So once again I'm making my video on a Friday because if I don't make it soon it won't get made. I did finally take the time to work on my windmill because that's kind of one of the big things I've been meaning to do, and I was looking at my design journal recently and realized I hadn't touched it since August, and I'm kind of like, wow, that's terrible. But I had the month of September where I was doing overtime, and then I had whatever it is that I've been doing in October, more overtime. But yeah, I'm trying to remind myself I'm working to live, not living to work. Not meant to be a rub at my current job, because I am glad to be employed and I very much like having money, but it's, you know, like I said, I'm working to live, not living to work. Though I do like money. So I was working on my windmill, and I noticed, I got some measurements. They were not what I liked, not what I wanted, but they're the measurements I wanted, not the values I wanted to see. They were a lot smaller than I expected them to be. I'm hoping that's poor electrical connectivity, but I don't sincerely think that's going to change much. I think I could try to get a breadboard and maybe make sure that my electrical connections are actually good, because I'm not sure that they are. But I did get some. Anyway, I worked on it, and I do know a number of ways that I can redesign it to improve, and some of them were not expected. So I do at least have some different angles to approach it from now. And then, of course, I have the rest of my life. I've started trying to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for breakfast, a pair of them, rather than just having a bagel with cream cheese, because it's more filling, and I find that I'm better in the morning if I have 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so that's what I've been eating. I've also started taking some vitamins. Amy helped me pick them out, and she happened to get a coupon for vitamins the day that we were shopping, so she turned around and handed it to me, and that was very generous. And I'm also trying to make sure that I get enough sleep, although that's not really happening, but it's sort of kind of happening, maybe a little bit. Maybe an extra 30 minutes a night, although when you're only sleeping 6 hours a night anyway, that's a big difference. I did end up missing one of the magic events I had intended to play in because I was busy hanging out with friends and generally having a life. And it wasn't advertised very well either. So part of me is like, that sucks because I wanted to do that. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, but I went out and did something else that I wanted to do instead. So that's good. I was spending time making some new friends and generally managing my life. So looking forward, where do I see myself going? Well, I'm trying to make sure I set aside Sunday as a day of not working quite so much, although I think this Sunday I'm going to take my car into a shop because it's having a little bit of trouble with the starting, and I talked to Amy about it a little bit. She said that there's a number of things it could be, but it's only going to get worse as it gets colder, which is true because I actually looked that up and understand that. So I'm thinking I'm going to take it down to an auto parts store on Sunday. I'm probably going to go down there anyway to buy some supplies, foodstuffs and things, maybe as part of shopping trip in general. But I'll figure that out come Sunday. I've also got other things, just very tired. I only worked a couple hours of overtime this week, but I'm so much tireder for it. And I need to get in my student loan information. I got my paycheck stubs because one of my student loans wants them. So hopefully I'll be able to get that into them and get my payments adjusted to a number that I can afford rather than the number it currently is, which would never, ever, ever get paid, because I don't make that much. But I would if I were an engineer, which is something that I still need to go back and work on. Also, I'm starting an entrepreneurship class on Coursera that is free because, hey, why not? I'm not really doing that other class. And it's something that I'm interested in.